Oh my God, you guys, come and sit down and shut the door. Have you heard what happened with Todd and Kandi's divorce? Now, just like we told you over the weekend and y'all said we was tripping, but baby, Mama Joyce was right about everything. And now Kandi's whole empire, I mean, even her escape royalties might be half of Todd's. Y'all, Todd ain't no good. Kandi filed a calm, cool, collective divorce agreement, right? She said, you signed the prenup, we cool, you can get the kids, I'll get the kids, it's all love. Todd stepped into that piece and literally, we just got his filing. I think I might go live and talk about it. He basically said, nah. Forget all that. I want the kids. I want your money. And by the way, your prenup is invalid. So get ready to pay like you weigh. Y'all, let's get into this because there is so much, okay? Now, again, I talked to a bunch of legal experts. Kandi should be worried. Todd is playing dirty. And just like we reported this weekend, Todd is has filed for full physical custody and he wants emergency custody. Yo, Todd is literally looking at Kandi and saying, you're going to have to pay me to go away. Whew, let's get into it. All right. Now, this is not a cooperative divorce anymore. Todd is not trying to walk away quietly. He is going for primary custody, all controlled decision-making with the children. He wants the prenup invalidated. He wants equitable distribution of assets, all her money. And he wants alimony when, not if, according to him, the prenup gets tossed. Now, keep in mind, when we go for that, he's positioning himself as the stable parent. And what is on the table? Well, let's look at what it is. He wants half of all Kandi's businesses, escape royalties. He wants half of all the money from Tag's boutique, half of the OLG franchise. He wants half of their TV production income. He wants half of all streaming and syndication income she might receive. He wants half her Broadway checks, and he wants half the money that she makes in Broadway works on top of child support. God, Mama Joyce was right. And you hate to see it, but now I see why Mama Joyce was so brutal to Todd. She saw him for his works. And like she said, you doing all this for a 5'5" midget, at least let him look like Idris Elba. At least let him look like Aaron Pierre. At least let him look like Brad Pitt or Benicio del Toro. At least. I know she is just sitting there like, oh. But one thing I do know about Mama Joyce, she probably getting Kandi's mind right to go to battle. Now listen, this is not small things. This is strategic grenades, okay? First of all, Todd is claiming that the prenup was sprung on him the night before the wedding. Todd is a production person. He knows TV. He did that mess on purpose so he could have an actual physical record. I remember when I watched it being like, yo, he did this to have a physical record. And Bravo aired it. And this might be the one thing that helps the prenup be invalidated. He argues in the filings. He argues Kandi's lawyer drafted it. His own lawyer had been involved earlier, but the final version that was handed to them moments before the ceremony, he had nothing to do with that. He had no independent counsel, no real negotiation, and it was signed under pressure immediately before the wedding ceremony. Now, again, they said this is a classic celebrity attack used to invalidate prenups. Dr. Dre's wife did this, Kevin Costner's prenup issues, and countless Bravo divorces. If the court agreed that there was some duress, which means you did it under pressure, the prenup can be thrown out. And if the prenup dies, Kandi's money becomes community property. That is allegedly hundreds of millions of dollars. Todd, in a sick move, is also asking for primary physical custody, emergency temporary custody, and all final decision making. Now, while Kandi asked for joint custody, Todd wants the kids to live with him, the authority to make all major decisions, and Kandi to get meaningful time, which is basically visitation light. He don't even want her to have like 50-50 visitation, just meaningful time. Kanye West got meaningful time, which means you can get them every third Thursday and twice on Sunday. Now, this is exactly what a spouse does when they're trying to secure child support as the lower earner. He's also basically signaling that she's too busy working out of state. He repeatedly mentions the kids are already with them. She's out of state for months due to her work, and he's a stable, present parent. This frames Kandi as a celebrity parent who's always working. Again, he literally basically said, I'm the one raising the kids while she's filming, producing, performing. And get this, he inserted a full spoliation warning. He warned her in the court documents against destroying evidence, okay? He literally said, that's what you do when you're signaling for a financial investigation. It's a legal version of saying, don't delete anything because I'm watching. Again, he believes she has significant assets. He suspects she'll try to move or hide something, and he wants full discovery into her businesses, corporations, earnings, and royalties. This is not something you send in an amicable celebrity divorce. This is Todd declaring war. That's why Todd's been all over Instagram, acting a fool and being happy. He thinks that he is going to live off of Kandi's money. Todd is such, oh God. Now, here's the thing. I am interested to see. This is going to be, I think, tried in Atlanta. Kandi is like Queen of Atlanta. And what her kingdom don't cover, she got tiny anti. I wonder how that will influence juries and how that will influence the judge. You know what I'm saying? Kandi's very, very well connected and loved, all right? Now, Todd is asking for an equitable division of marital assets. Kandi asked for just a prenup to be enforced. Todd responded with, no, actually, I want a fair division of all assets. He wants the prenup invalidated so he can get paid. Again, and he also wants alimony if they get that prenup thrown out. Now, listen, Todd just laid the groundwork for the prenup to be destroyed, all right? Todd is positioning himself as a full-time parent. He is the primary caregiver, and she's a career-driven celebrity who's away. That's what he's trying to push down. The legal experts are saying that if Todd wins that narrative, he wins custody, he wins child support, and he wins long-term control. Again, some people say that Kandi better stop with this Mrs. Nice Guy stuff because Todd is outmaneuvering her legally at this point. They said, Tisa, look at the differences. Kandi filed a simple 4-page friendly petition. No allegations, no demands, no attacks, not one power move. Todd hired Randy Kessler, Atlanta's celebrity divorce pit bull. The moment you see Randy Kessler's name, you know it's not a kumbaya divorce. His filing is aggressive. It's strategic, it's detailed, it's loaded with warnings, it's preparing for temporary hearings, it's calling her petition deficient, and it's trying to get the upper hand early. This is someone who wants to win, not settle. More importantly, right? They're saying the sad part is Kandi may not have realized she walked into a legal trap, but if she wakes up now, it's not too late. Kandi's filing assumes the prenup will be enforced, that they'll get joint custody, that there's no financial fights, and cooperation. Todd's filing says, no, the prenup is He's preparing to seek alimony, seeking control of the kids, using top-tier attorney, framing her as an absent parent due to work, and pre-building a narrative for public sympathy. This is a celebrity divorce chestnut checkers. You guys, what y'all think of this? Kandi better wake up. And I know she got it in her. And I know Mama Joyce is right now probably calling Todd everything but a child of God. But this divorce, as we predicted this weekend, just got messy. And I mean messy, messy. You guys, let me know what you think in the comments, but I can't wait till Kandi comes out swinging, because honestly, Todd even timed, I believe now, he timed his revisions to the prenup to come back 4 hours before the wedding so he could get all that on TV. Damn. Mama Joyce, you know what? I take back everything I ever said about Mama Joyce being mean to Todd, because she saw him for his works. She saw him. She saw straight through him. Woo! Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.